all about the climate change issues and WWF contribution.
My name is Agit Akbar.
My name is Ramatika Hidayat.
My name is Rebecca Samula.
My name is Geraldine Sinta.
And I'm Sabila Nuri Irmanda.
And without further ado, let's jump to the video.
The warming of the Earth, or global warming, in turn can cause the polar ice caps and glaciers in the Himalayas to start melting and cause sea level rise. As a result, as an archipelago, Indonesia is predicted to lose hundreds or even thousands of islands. This is certainly a threat to national borders and security. Another thing that is difficult for humans to avoid due to global warming, which leads to climate change, is the shift in seasons and the increasing frequency of rain, tropical storms, and drought. You certainly feel it. Even in the dry season, rain can fall profusely for days. Most of the global warming resulting from human activities comes from industry, the use of petroleum and coal fuels, electricity generation, transportation, including due to deforestation or forest and land fires, as well as agricultural and livestock activities. The electronic devices that we use, the car we drive, the houses we occupy, the clothes we use, and the food we eat all contain carbon footprints. This carbon will block the sun's heat radiation. Radiation, which should be returned to space, in part is reflected back to the earth, which causes the earth to get hotter.
Plastic is everywhere, from beaches in Indonesia to the Arctic. It's silently choking our planet. Most plastic become trash after a single use. Plastic has contaminated the soils, rivers, and oceans. Every year, people and animals are being ingesting more plastic from food and drinking waters. Many of us are doing our bit to reduce plastic pollution, but it's time that government and business took their full responsibility. A new report reveals that a global plastic pollution crisis can be only solved if government and businesses are made more accountable for the true cost of plastic to human and nature. WWF is advocating for government participating in United Nations Environment Assembly or UNEA effort to begin negotiation toward a fully binding international treaty on marine plastic pollution, also a contribution to SDG 14. On Monday, February 11, WWF also launched a global petition calling for a legally binding deal on marine plastic pollution, which has so far attracted more than 400,000 signatures.
Air pollution. Air pollution is a mix of particles and gases that can reach harmful concentration both outside and indoors. Its effect can range from the higher disease reach to rising temperatures, such smoke, mold, pollen, methane, and carbon dioxide are just a few examples of common in the US. One measure of outdoor air pollution is the Air Quality Index or AQI, which rates air conditions across the country based on concentrations of five major pollutions: ground level ozone, particle pollution or particulate matter, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide. Some of those also contributes to indoor air pollution, along with radon, cigarette smoke, volatile organic compounds, formalins, asbestos, and other substances.
WWF's works on energy aim to shift the world to allow carbon economy by promoting clean, renewable energy and energy efficiency. Why it matters? Because over half of the world's electricity is produced by burning oil, gas, and coal. Fossil fuels release billions of tons carbon dioxide and are the biggest driver of climate change, but it doesn't have to be this way. By reducing the world's reliance on fossil fuels through the renewable energy technologies, energy efficiency, and access to renewable energy in the developing world, we can avoid runaway climate change. What is WWF doing? WWF's works on energy projects report that by 2050, all of the world's energy could be met through renewable energy. WWF supports policies and projects to make this to a reality closer.
When we're talking about climate change, we're talking about global warming. The increasing amount of CO2 emissions human-made was taken as the main cause of global warming. And also, to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, United Nations Framework Conventions on Climate Change made an international treaty about it. The Kyoto Protocol was adopted in Kyoto, Japan on December 1997 and entered into force on February 2005. Kyoto Protocol is intended to cut global emissions of greenhouse gases, especially the human-emitted ones. WWF takes part in this treaty by helping in designing the ideal way to make this treaty works and helping in the ratification of this treaty.
Change in climate and extreme weather events have already begun to affect biodiversity across the globe. Climate change also does widespread and considered damage to animal and birds, which struggle to discuss a new condition. A recent study in Science have found that 1 in 6 species is at higher risk than extinction due to climate change if we do nothing. So it can be assumed that climate change is clearly one of the biggest challenges to the natural world.
One example of the problem that we face today is the decreasing number of blue whales due to the impact of climate change that affect their natural habitat in the Antarctic Ocean. Because of climate change, the natural habitat of the blue whale in Antarctic Ocean is changing because of its impact on their food supply, and this could have a seriously negative impact of blue whale population. Along with the higher concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it will also be absorbed by the ocean. This has already caused this space to become more and more acidified. This process could have a significant effect on its impact on the krill. Other than that, as for other causes, which are pollution, both chemical in the form of PCB and noise, which can disrupt the communication essential to the reproduction. Agenda at the International Whaling Commission that strengthen international effort to address ship strike, ocean noise, and marine pollution. Second, lobbying for the creation of marine protected area in whale habitats such as the Marine Protected Area Network. Third, embarking on scientific mission of cetacean monitoring. Fourth, WWF also fighting globally for greenhouse gas emission reduction to stop global temperature rising by the end of the century, and promoting a move to 100% renewables by mid-century in combination with enhanced energy efficiency, and by calling for a full stop to unsustainable land use and deforestation.
With the rise of environmental issues, WWF gives a significant contribution, which are WWF Goes to School. WWF Goes to School as one of the gifts to the Earth campaign. Campaign series conducted by WWF Indonesia is a means to improve concern, commitment, and real action for nature sustainability. WWF Goes to School program aims to deliver information regarding environmental issues to elementary students in Jakarta, Bogor, and Depok. In a year, WWF Indonesia visits more than 150 schools. In a year, WWF Indonesia visits more or less than 150 schools. 3 or 4 schools are visited every week. School visits expected to help teacher and school organizer to prepare future generation to gaining knowledge about environmental issue. To achieve this goal, team of WWF Goes to School use these following learning tools. 1. Films and slides. 2nd. Educative games. 3rd. Books. 4th. Poster and stickers. And the tagline of this program is Sayangilah bumi kita, lindungilah lingkungan kita.
So those are some of the examples of WWF contribution on giving solutions for the climate change issue.
Therefore, we as humans must contribute to environmental sustainability and cleanliness to bring the bright future.
And we do support all the WWF programs. Thank you so much for